Monster super typhoon, one of the most terrifying storms of the 20th century, turned Central America into a hell on earth. The super typhoon, with winds nearing 300 kilometers per hour, did not sweep through quickly like other storms. Instead, it lingered, pouring rain like a waterfall for many days, leading to tragedy. The super typhoon, referred to by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, as the Monster of October, is the second strongest storm in October history in the Atlantic, with gusts exceeding 320 kilometers per hour. On October 10, 1998, a tropical wave, or atmospheric disturbance, originated from the west coast of Africa, moving across the Atlantic and strengthening into a tropical depression as it passed through the Caribbean Sea. On October 22, the tropical depression intensified into a storm and continued to strengthen over the next 2 days. Then it turned westward, rapidly accelerating due to favorable conditions, reaching Category 5 on the American scale on October 26 with wind speeds of 290 kilometers per hour, according to Hurricane Science. What makes Mitch terrifying is not only its wind speed of 290 kilometers per hour but also the fact that it almost stood still for several days over the skies of Honduras. On October 29, Mitch made landfall in Honduras with winds of 160 kilometers per hour, accompanied by a high tide of 3.6 meters. However, the greatest devastation came from the rain and flooding. According to American Quarterly, in Honduras, over 7,000 people died and about 20% of the population lost their homes. Approximately 70% of crops were destroyed, with 80% of banana plantations, the main export product, wiped out. The roads were damaged to the extent that the traffic map became useless. The New York Times in 1999 published the tragic story of Mirtha Martinez Areola, a woman living in Santa Rosa de Aguan, a coastal village in northeastern Honduras. After Hurricane Mitch, Mirtha returned to find her home in ruins, her husband's hat floating in the water. She cried not for her losses, but because her husband and 3 children were swept out to sea. "I want to get far away from here, to forget everything," Mirtha said, expressing her lingering fear 2 months after the hurricane.